start while Sharky figures out his technical difficulties. Hi everyone. Hi Malik. Hi Lilith. Sharky's trying to get his captions working.
Yeah, because it's literally picking up. Wait, let me see something.
It's literally picking up.
Oh, that's why. Okay, let me stop Boom.
Boom?
Boom.
Why does it think that your boom was saying dumb?
I don't know because I'm an idiot. Somehow.
I guess it thinks that boom is also boobs.
So I don't know what happened. I'm guessing like a Windows update or something changed my default microphone. And I cannot understand why to the audio from my capture card.
That's funny. I mean, that's really dumb, but it's funny.
Which is why when I hit start captioning, I'm like, wait, why is the microphone it's listening to is my capture card? That doesn't make sense. I'm not using a capture card right now.
Well, too bad, it says.
Switch it, and then I'm like, wait, but how do I change it? Wait, it should be using my default. Let me see my default. Why is my default my capture card?
Because it decided that that's what you talk out of now, I guess.
I hate
technology.
Technology with a passion.
So does everyone who works in technology.
I know! Technology is the worst thing we have ever created.
That's impressive, considering we created religion.
Don't get me started on the Ace Couple podcast today!
We're not even talking about the Ace Couple podcast. We're about to go date Satan! And that's not me. Not me, Satan. The Satan that is not me.
Yes, but you voice Satan.
Me too. I mean, I guess there's nothing more ace than dating myself.
So how's everyone doing today? Is everyone doing okay? Has everyone had a good day so far? Or good last few days? Good week, good lifetime, I don't know.
My cats
I'm making stuff
in my
up.
bed last night. Or one of them did, I don't know who.
That's not good at all.
Yeah. I was getting ready for bed.
No!
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know what that screaming goes to.
It's been the worst, actually. I'm guessing the day.
Feel sick.
Oh, no! Alright, we're all collectively having a bad day, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've been having...
I found cat poop in my bed at 5:45 just as I was about to go to sleep.
I've just been, like, out of it today.
Not
like
playing.
today's...
That's good. At least.
Today's just, like there weren't a lot of calls, but, like, my brain just felt weird, and I was just like, I can't concentrate on work.
Well, we're all here to commiserate our terrible times together, I guess.
I'm sorry that days have been bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the opossum.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Poor opossum. And poor you guys.
Mm-hmm. The third day of the conference begins. The reception hall seems to be empty again. Oh right, we have to make sure to attend Satan's talk.
Which
Unconventional leadership, being
a
friendly boss.
Right.
Meh.
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 Murr. Stop making me laugh, Satan!
No.
Yeah, Lenny died. His timing was impeccable because we've been getting attacked all day because of today's episode. Who is attacking you because of that? I'll smack them.
With your Christianity, right?
Yes, I will smack them. Yes!
You're gonna take your copy of the Bible and just smack them across the face.
Quite a few times.
And then you're gonna give them the smackdown from the podcast?
The Smackdown? What? We're not wrestling.
Oh, we're not? Damn.
No.
A few different people. Yeah. I guess it makes sense, even if it's frustrating.
I'm just like, nothing you said there was wrong.
Can't say anything right, apparently.
But nothing you said there was wrong.
I'll have to skim through the... or... We'll probably read through properly on the transcript. Yeah. Well. Okay. Next up. First up.
Talking to Satan.
When you get to Satan's booth, you quickly notice he isn't there. Instead, you see Lily talking to one of the imps. You also get some badass music. This is great. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's nice music.
This is great music. I think I handed her off to you for this round.
Oh, did you?
I think I had.
I don't remember.
Should I take her back?
Mm-hmm. I have ice cream.
Well, I have a smoothie. Stop complaining and get to work. This isn't a vacation. You can get your grilled sausage later.
But this is my only chance to meet Satan. I have to work all day.
Are you disobeying a direct order? Satan made you, and he can just as easily unmake you. So if you don't wish to meet your extremely slow and painful demise, I'd suggest you get to work. Now!
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
In the background while Courtney plays League of Legends like Ice Plays Monster Hunter. Because we're just in control this myriad of bad emotions at any cost mode.
I understand.
Fair.
I totally understand.
Well, we're here for you.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
need us. Or if...
Yes.
Yeah, anything. If there's anything we can do to help.
We will gladly help it in any way we can.
Yeah. Guess that doesn't bode well for the month.
Yeah. Seeing how there's 3 more. And today was just on 1 letter that was like 2 pages of text and 5 pages of signatures. Yeah.
Yeah, if this is a 4-parter for the whole month, basically. Good luck. We're here for you if you guys ever want to talk or anything.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. I will gladly sit down and talk.
And join their podcast.
What? No! Ah!
No! But I thought you were
I'm
great
kidding.
already.
Yes, I'm going to go on at some point. I just feel bad because it's more than likely literally going to be about the similar topic that they're being attacked about, which is why I'm like, because my entire kind of Christianity experience had the whole like marriage was kind of like the thing, and it was like and the sexuality marriage joint thing from this Christian group was very hard, so it's kind of like the main thing I can talk about.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, oh no, I feel very bad. Because it's going to then just come from Christian me, some of these things, and that's not gonna help.
I mean, like, having grown up in it gives you more perspective and context on it.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like they
to
were
me,
making...
I'm just like, they're at it again, blah, blah, blah. But you can, like, actually talk in depth about it.
Like they made a mention of, like, platonic marriages in today's episode. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I understand what... I even though I've never heard the term before, I'm like, oh, they're just talking about marriages that were never consummated.
You mean Ace ones?
Well, for whatever reason, never had sex.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I'm just like...
You read this, right?
Yeah, I read that one. And I was just like, oh yeah, I understand that, and I understand exactly why they hate that. Because you're supposed to have lots of sex when you're married.
The imp scrambles off looking terrified, because that sounds terrible. To be compulsed to, like, to be forced-ish? Not exactly forced. Kind of forced into always having to have lots of sex.
Well, and the problem is that, especially in the group that I grew up in, it was you're supposed to have sex, but it's also directly implied that the sex is meant to then lead to children.
They don't have population problems or anything, no.
And it's always... The phrase that I remember my ex used was, well, if I get pregnant, that's just because God wants me to have a child. And if I keep getting pregnant, that's just because God just wants me to have a child. And just have more children.
And if you keep getting pregnant, that's because science happened, because that's what science is just describing what's happening. And there's this thing called a sperm, and it kind of meets the egg. And I guess, I don't know, did God personally reach in there and go, here, spermy, let me help? Like, is that what happens?
It's all part of God's plan. Don't worry about it.
Wow, he sounds micromanaging.
So, like, if he didn't want you to have children, you just wouldn't be getting pregnant. Uh-huh. So, like, you don't need contraceptives.
You know, amongst all of this, I just keep being grateful that, more by coincidence, I got last year my tubes just straight up removed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just, nope. No thank you. None of that. The imp scrambles off looking terrified. Lily turns to look at you.
Oh?
It's you.
Hey.
Hello.
Magic. How has your day been?
We're in the midst of all the ranting and stuff.
Yes, Sharky's slightly on the Christianity rant, I'm sorry.
We are on the route with Satan, so...
Sorry, I'm not on the Satan rant, though.
Yeah, but I
It's
do think
on
it's
the-
funny that, like, by coincidence, actually, when we were dating the vampire in this game, we were dating the vampire hunter in the other game. This time...
Oh my
we're dating
gosh!
laptop broke yesterday, so I've been dealing with that. Yeah, it's just collectively not a great day for everyone, it seems.
Oh
sorry,
my
though.
gosh, I am so sorry.
That sucks. Yeah,
what is with this week?
And the Vampire Hunter at the same time, and I'm realizing now, like, oh, wait, we have the religious one and Satan at the same time.
Yeah.
Oops, we did not plan that way.
We don't plan anything.
I guess
it's all right. I got a new one today, so I've been setting it up. Well, that's good.
At least.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I'm sorry about your old one.
At least you were able to get a new one quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all the work you're doing for school.
If you're looking for the boss, he's not here right now. He had to handle an emergency in the house.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
But I'm guessing you did.
You know, I have ice cream. I didn't eavesdrop. I'm too busy eating ice cream to eavesdrop. Right? That's how it works?
Hmm? Yeah,
it's just...
if you have ice cream, your brain just completely goes blank and you don't process anything except how delicious the ice cream is.
Chocolate ice cream.
Isn't that what Mystic Messenger taught us? If you eat ice cream, your brain is overwhelmed by delicious sweetness, and therefore...
I don't remember
there's
this.
Nothing wrong. Everything is fine.
I don't remember this.
The old one was quite old by laptop standards. It was my high school graduation gift from my parents, and when I brought it for a battery replacement back in December, I was told it was very close to break. That's fair.
Yeah. At that point, if it was a high school graduation gift, yeah, that was more than like it lasted a good amount of time.
Yeah. It just sucks if it was like sudden.
But at least like has some prior notice that it was like on last leg, so it's not like completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
It's just, I have a hard time imagining Satan destroying his imps. He seems to care about them a lot.
Shh! Not so loud! 6 years and at least had the decency to break before I renewed my antivirus.
That's good!
Fear is a great motivator, so it's better if the imps think he's a threat.
I also really don't remember that from Mystic Messenger.
It was a thing.
The only things I remember from Mystic Messenger are the things I probably are like...
The cult?
Yeah!
Yeah.
The cult and the brainwashing and all that stuff.
Yep. Yep. What about it?
Not like the day-to-day life stuff. It's like, no, cult and brainwashing.
Oh, that wasn't a day-to-day life thing. it was, you know what? I'm just gonna let you be like, what? What do you mean it wasn't?
Don't remember. It's been many years since I played that game.
They finally apparently announced a launch date for their other new game that
that they've been working on for like 7 years at this point?
I don't know when they started, but they announced it like back when I moved to this city, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been years and years, and they had like a beta in Southeast Asia or something. And
I remember you talking about the beta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They kind of announced a release date, and then it was like, wait, no, JK. And
JK,
now,
not gonna happen.
Apparently, the new release date is on the 17th of this month. And I'm like, all right, we'll see.
That's quick.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath.
That's really quick.
I'm not holding my breath for that, but all right.
Oh, of course not. And then there was a Pokemon Direct today, which I was super excited about. Pokemon. I have to pre-order the new game.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all. So you don't think he is?
Not when it comes to his allies.
Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon.
Don't get me wrong, he could absolutely destroy us all if he wanted to.
He just doesn't want to.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Yeah, he could probably crush me with one hand.
Huh. Yes, there's no doubt about it. That. Oh. The
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, there's nothing to be afraid of as long as you stay on his good side.
Oh, yeah, the new info for Scarlet and Violet is super interesting. They're saying it's open worlds. And you kind of have the writing that was in the Legends Arceus game, so you're able to like climb and fly and all that stuff. And it seems like the box art legendary is basically a motorbike that you're the one that's riding and climbing and flying.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding.
I was nodding along until that.
Oh, just look at if you look at it, you're like the Violet version, it literally has like wheels that like it's using. It's basically a motorbike.
I thought that was weird from Persona, and I think it's no less weird here.
What? What about Final Fantasy 13 with Snow and his motorbike summon thing? Oh, Fido is adorable. And they also announced Wooper's getting a new form, and you can do gym badges in any order.
He used to get really angry really easily, though, so he has a reputation. I don't think I'll ever forget the destruction and carnage his temper tantrums caused. Even though he's pretty chill these days, his reputation helps me with my work, so I'm not complaining.
You seem to know him pretty well. Can I ask you something?
Can't really stop you.
The second one? Question mark?
Yeah. How does he feel about me? How can I make him happy? Or what's his shoe size? So fan design ages go for a Whooper, but specifically based on stem cells, and I love it so much. Oh my god, that sounds really cute.
On stem cells? Interesting.
Bold enough of you to assume that you're important enough to make the king of hell happy.
Let's pretend it's possible. What should I do?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Talking to him, keeping him company. Listen carefully and try to understand his feelings. Especially about his family. I think it's still bothering him a lot. Well, he sighs. I need to get back to work. Don't cause the boss too much trouble, okay? Yeah, Axolotl.
Oh.
With Lily gone, there's no one worthwhile left to talk to. You decide to take a look around at the conference area. Maybe Satan will be at a stand later.
What happens if we go back? What happens if we go back?
Yes.
Hey.
He's back. Found via the text. From VCon official. Tip number 5. VCon is now halfway through. Now is a good time to start creating deeper connections if you haven't already. It's a great idea to talk to many people, but you only have 2 days left, so make sure you're putting effort into the relationships that matter to you most.
Axolotls have interesting stem cell applications, and they are the basis for Wooper's design. Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
I know the new Wooper, I think, is a poison type.
Oh.
And like no, like Wooper has like the ears coming off of it. They're little bones. So people are like, oh yeah, literally skull crossbones.
Okay.
Look, Pokemon's not very like poison ground.
color background should we have?
Yes.
I think we should make it gray this time.
Go for it.
Actually, no. Let's make it pink. Oh god, I feel like that clashes with the icon. It's so bright. That one kind of works. Sure, it'll be blue.
Sharky's off Christianity and now talking about Pokemon. I'm sorry.
Hey there.
Do you really possess people's...
You stare at Satan thinking how to form your question.
Andre Elphys.
Satan looks slightly uncomfortable.
Huh?
Something on your mind?
Would you be able to possess me?
What?
Like, right here, right now? Is there anything stopping you from taking control of my body, my mind?
Yes and no.
Should I be worried?
Nah, you're good. Yes, I can possess people. But honestly, the hassle of setting it up is just not worth it. Waiting until the right time of day, finding a version to sacrifice, and then getting all the sigils correct. Just too much effort.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Satan laughs before grinning wickedly.
Or am I?
Well, we're on his route, so I don't think I should say stay away from me. What would it feel like?
wonder how it would feel like to be possessed by you. Probably really intense. Like, be filled with power and flames. It's making me shiver just thinking about it.
Okay, I mean, MC, dear, like, please stop being weird. Could you
I don't
stop
know if
being weird?
I don't know if MC knows how to stop being weird.
Satan is looking away embarrassed.
Yeah. Probably something like that.
And then we leave. No,
Peace.
that's the new hell.
I've been thinking. Hell sounds pretty impressive with the fire pits, different circles, space to fit billions of souls. Was it already like that when you fell from heaven?
Well,
No. I had to build a lot of it myself.
Like, with the hammer and nails?
More like torturing souls and turning them into devils, and then making them do the work. Hell doesn't work like Earth. The rules are different. You don't expand hell by building a house or digging a hole. It has more to do with intentions and willpower.
So you're saying it's magic?
If that makes it easier for you to understand, then sure. When the first souls arrived,
Sorry.
I threw them into the pits. But I got bored pretty quickly, so I made them into demons. Someone to talk to, you know?
You made them into demons? Just like that?
I'm a man of many talents.
Such as creating sentient beings.
I mean, he is the son of God, so...
Ah!
It's not so much creating as it is recycling. I just give the boss souls new bodies. It's sort of like manufacturing new plastic bags from trash.
That's not the correct term, but sure.
I don't care.
Like,
Isn't
technically
everyone
all the angels are created by God.
Yeah. And they all consider him to be dad?
Gotta go. Might be back if you're still here later. Have a good day.
Yeah, see you.
You're comparing your minions to plastic bags?
I mean, like, yeah, he created all the angels. supposedly he created everything, right? And
That doesn't give them the
angels-
ability to create things, though?
Yeah, okay. But he was like top angel, whatever, powerful, blah blah blah. Also, wasn't he trying to dethrone God? Like, I kind of assume he has some powers. Like, I kind of assume that if you're gonna try to overthrow God and become the new God or whatever, you might expect that he kind of has some of the powers of a god.
Nope. Kinda doesn't.
That you know of.
Anyway.
I mean, like, what powers do angels have? Please. Go on.
Really not much.
Then what's the point?
What is the point of anything? I don't know.
So Satan has no powers? Is that what you're trying to say?
Satan doesn't have the powers that you're probably thinking. Like, I'm not sure what kind of powers you're expecting Satan to have.
Various. He's magic.
No, magic's a person in the chat.
Yeah, okay, he's me.
I already read this, by the way.
I know. I'm just like... You know what, that's... I'll just leave it as it is, because I'm like, well, if you follow demonology and stuff, then, yeah, angels and demons both have magic powers. They have various powers. If you go strictly by the Bible, yeah, I don't assume that they went into great length and detail about all of the various powerful demons and all of their abilities. Sure.
Why not? Plastic bags are useful, and also good at killing innocent living things.
What time is it?
I think it should be the 11 point. I think his talk was at noon. Yeah.
Okay. So we got one more.
Yeah, we could go to the death thing right now, but,
It's up to you.
no, we did it a bunch of times already, so it's fun. Well, let's just keep talking about hell.
What was hell like when you first got there?
You're asking a lot of questions today.
Can you blame me for being curious?
It's not exactly a fun story.
I like horror stories.
It's more of a tragedy.
Pretty please.
Fine.
I'm back, but I missed the start. It's
You're fine.
okay. We have not gone through that much, actually. we kind of talked about, let's see, Pokemon and
Christianity.
and, what else have we talked about?
Not really much else.
What powers demons have?
When I fell from
People-
heaven, I was thrust into a cold and dark place. There was nothing, just darkness. I was alone and in shock. I didn't know
Also,
what to do.
it also if people were having a good day or not.
Which it seems most people do not have a good day today.
A++
Sadly.
in the voice acting, by the way.
Why, thanks.
Yeah, Satan's a good voice actor, actress, acting person.
You should stop lying to our chat, Sharky.
Am I? You made me cry?
Yeah, but then I went back to listen to it, and I didn't actually think it was good, so...
Okay, but you are too hard on yourself, and you should stop doing that.
No. What if I just don't?
Too bad, too sad, I don't care.
I have to admit, I may have cried. Just a little bit.
If they were gonna kick you out, they could have at least, I don't know, given you a sleeping bag and some cash for the bus.
You realize there's no express bus line to hell, right? Damn, really?
Sharky says the truth!
Sharky is a proven lying liar who lies, so...
Wow! Wow! Really throwing me under that bus to hell!
Who's the bus driver?
I don't know.
Who's the driver of the bus to hell?
I don't know. Charon?
I feel like that's a different set of skills. What? Just because you know how to operate, like, in the water, across the water, doesn't mean you don't have, like you, that doesn't give you a driver's license. Anyway, so now just everybody, let's pause and take a moment to imagine Charon from Hades' game in driver's ed. Just imagine him sitting in a driver's ed class.
Ow, my chest.
Highway to hell. Oh no, we're gonna get muted.
Oh my gosh. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Laughing is pain.
Alright, now read something really depressing.
Yeah, but just thrusting you alone into nothingness just feels so...
Yeah, yesterday I did a silly voice because I picked up my roommate from eye surgery, and they had like a piece of paper for the aftercare stuff, but because they had eye surgery, they couldn't read it.
Oh, yeah.
So I took the paper and I read the whole thing to her, but like, also in a silly voice.
Okay.
I had to wake up at 8:15.
Yeah, you woke up like very early. The fact that you messaged me when you did, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was like 8:15 that I got a call like, hey, they're ready for pickup. And I was like, oh, okay. I did get warned because it was like, there was like a follow-up appointment thing.
Yeah.
3 hours later.
Jeez.
Which is kind of silly. So I had to go and pick them up and like bring them home, and then we had to go right back like a couple hours later. But in between I did get like an extra hour and a half or something of sleep, so
that's good.
That's good. And then after we got back from picking up prescription and having lunch and wandering Target and looking at the board games at Target for like an hour, then I passed out asleep again.
Sleep is good.
Did you read the depressing line?
I read this forever and a year ago.
No, you didn't. It was very recent.
You
know.
I am the morning star.
The light bringer. So true to my name. I lit up the place.
With flaming pits of hellfire?
Well, yeah, I kind of lacked finesse back then. I developed taste and skill over time, but I got used to the fire pits, so they got to stay. If I wanted to remodel, I could, but it's all part of the aesthetic now.
Cool features in hell.
What other cool features did you design for Hell other than the fire pits?
I wouldn't necessarily call fire pits cool.
You know what I mean.
Well, I personally enjoy the lava lakes a lot.
I imagine they're very pretty.
And fun to swim in.
You can swim in lava?
I don't know why I'm surprised by this.
Oh wait, sorry, that's you.
Stepping on each other's lines.
Yeah, you did it to me too.
That's why I said each other's.
Yeah.
I know what I did. You don't need to call me out like that.
Well, you don't need to call me out.
I wasn't necessarily calling you out. I was calling both of us out.
Well, you said it right after I fucked up. Okay, read your line.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Stop making me laugh.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes!
I don't know why I'm surprised by this after everything you've already told me about your special talents, but I am.
Fire cannot hurt a dragon. I mean, the devil. Me, a dragon.
What does it feel like? Swimming in lava?
Well, technically, if it was Earth's lava, you couldn't swim in it.
Because I'd burn to death first?
Well, yes, but also the lava is so dense that you physically couldn't sink in it.
Really? But it looks so soft!
Isn't it rocks?
Lava's at least 3 times denser than water, and your body's mostly water.
That's kind of disappointing.
Exactly, so I made my lava much more fluid. I think it's my favorite design feature of Hell.
So, in theory, we could have our own beach episode in Hell?
Beach episode?
Every good series has a beach episode!
Does it?
No, that is not the truth at all.
I guess I'll have to take you to my private lake house sometime then.
Lava Lake House?
Naturally.
I'm in. Okay, bye!
Okay, bye. You have a talk to give, which means we gotta attend the talk. The talk about being a friendly boss is about to start. Yeah. Satan walks to the front of the room with a confident stride. Before this conference, you never imagined you'd be hearing a lecture from the devil himself.
Hey everyone, I'm Satan, though you probably knew that already. Today I want to offer some alternatives to the classic rule with terror managerial style.
The crowd murmurs somewhat disapprovingly.
I know. Friendliness is not the most conventional strategy for us villains, but I assure you, it has many benefits. According to studies, minions who are treated with respect are about 14% less likely to betray you. They may also become more independent, which can be a plus or minus, depending on your preferences. If a minion makes a mistake, they're more likely to report it to you if they aren't afraid you'll behead them. No more flaws in your doomsday device or world domination plan for heroes to exploit. Your minions notified you about the flaws before the launch. Another example. A contagious disease is spreading in your kingdom. What do the medical professionals do? If they're too scared of your dictatorial methods, they'll stay silent, allowing the situation to get out of control.
When did this game come out?
Hold on, let me check. Hold, please.
Alright, I'm holding.
Oh no. Let's see. In 16 days, it will be 2 years.
Okay, so it came out during the pandemic.
Yes.
What are you talking about? All the dictators say that there are totally very few casualties. Very few.
No casualties. No issues in those countries.
Very, very few virus deaths. Because you know how you keep virus deaths down? You just shoot them before they die of the virus, I guess.
They wouldn't die from the virus then.
Yeah, cause of death, not the virus.
Not the virus.
Everything is fine.
Everything is murder.
Satan lists more situations where a softer managerial approach can benefit a villain, and he also gives instructions on how to act more friendly, a skill that many villains tend to lack.
Thanks for listening. See you all in hell!
The crowd bursts out laughing and clapping, though you notice that some of the chuckles are somewhat awkward or forced. Apparently not everyone is looking forward to being roasted in the eternal fires of hell. In addition to vivid mental images of being tortured in hell, the lecture gave you some food for thought. What kind of managerial style should you go for?
The one that goes for lunch.
Yeah, okay. It's lunchtime! Great talk, Satan.
Hey.
Hey there.
Mind if I sit with you?
Go right ahead.
You notice Satan pulling something out of his pocket. It's a small bag, which he opens to sprinkle something on his meal.
What's that?
Dried Carolina Reaper. It's the world's hottest pepper.
Satan eats a spoonful of soup with the pepper sprinkled on top. You swear you can see his skin getting a shade redder than it already is.
Interesting. Ooh! Can I try it?
It's pretty hot. Are you sure?
I've seen a lot of crap during my career. A little spice won't kill me.
Alright then, here you go.
You sprinkle a modest amount of the dried pepper on your lunch and take a bite. The innocent soul branch of cuisine has really developed in recent years, so you have no problem sprinkling the spice on the soul.
Ooh, this is pretty good.
Just wait for it to kick in. ...
Suddenly, your mouth starts feeling like it's on fire. Your mouth has never hurt so badly, not even that time you had to smuggle a razor blade under your tongue and went to eat Thai food after.
What? ...
That's another one.
Oh.
Oh, you woke up! That's a relief. I thought I'd be banned from the con for murder.
My mouth hurts.
It'll get better with time. Probably, I think. I'm pretty resistant to hot foods, so I wouldn't know.
How did I even get here?
Well,
Well, I couldn't really just leave you passed out in the cafe, so I carried here.
What is up with this MC? This MC is the maximum stupid and the maximum dad jokes at literally every opportunity.
See, knowing me, I would have done the same thing and being like, hey, let me try.
Yeah. Anyway, so Sharky somehow accidentally manages to be every single MC that we ever play.
No!
Sorry, only at the dumbest moments.
Are you calling me stupid?
No,
'Cause I am.
kidding. You also sometimes are the MC asking just random, totally reasonable questions, and then MC asks the same exact totally reasonable question, and then you're just like, gosh dang it, because you don't say goddamn.
Thank you for filtering it to my level.
What you mean, though, is goddamn.
No, what I mean is gosh dang it. I know what I mean, and I mean what I mean.
In the, as translated to everyone else, who does swear, is goddamn it.
No, I mean gosh dang it.
This is why you're a cartoon shark.
Look. I'm sorry that people see that icon and be like, yeah, that's you.
It is. It was before the icon was even created. It is actually just an encapsulation of you.
I still don't know how they manage that.
Yeah.
Friend just literally took my soul and made an icon out of it.
Wow, that's impressive.
Seeing as you claim you stole it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I put it out on loan sometimes.
Who do you loan my soul to?
To your art friend. To stick it in an icon.
Speaking of which, I need to see if there's an update on the starting soon screen.
It looks great. What are we saying?
I love it so far. I'm super interested. They said that they wanted it done by the Sunday that just passed.
So bridal style or just thanks?
I would say thanks, because I wouldn't ask bridal style. Because that seems weird.
No problem. You hang out with the girl until the pain gets a little better. As you leave to explore the con, you remind yourself to never eat anything Satan thinks is pretty spicy again.
Why? But it couldn't be that spicy.
Look, he warned you, okay? He was like, are you sure?
It couldn't be that spicy. Right?
Alright, so who's bringing the hot sauce when we finally do some kind of in-person con meetup?
I've never had Carolina Reaper or anything, so...
Who's bringing the hot sauce for Sharky?
How bad is it? How bad is Carolina Reaper? Oh, that's pretty high up there. That's over 1 million.
Where's Ghost Pepper again?
This doesn't show... let me look at Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper Scoville.
Also, how do they measure the Scovilles of a pepper?
I don't actually know. Ghost Pepper is 1,042,000.
And Carolina Reaper was... You just said over 1 million.
So I'm seeing 2 reflecting reports on that. I'm seeing one that says 1.6 million and another that says 2.2 million.
I guess it could be a range.
Yeah.
Pepper's very...
And I'm seeing on the scale, it's also showing one of the ones that I found said U.S. grade pepper spray is over 2 million. So, better get eating that pepper spray.
I think my shitty ex was like trying to test out eating pepper spray at some point.
Why? That is stupid. He is dumb.
Correct. He is very dumb. And, I don't know, likes to put himself through pain and all this other fucking shit.
But yes, I am also very interested on how they rate Scovilles.
Like, is it a chemical measurement? Because that would
based on the
but...
based on the concentration of capsinioids, among which capsinium is the predominant component. So it's...
Courtney one time made a chili so hot that our friends named it Courtney's Tears. That's a great story, by the way. Ask us to tell it sometime.
Can I try it? Can I try it? Just send it over. Oh man.
Express super chilled shipping. Well,
Yeah.
I want to hear this story.
Yeah, most law enforcement grade pepper spray is basically at the same range as a Carolina Reaper, which is terrifying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that checks out for Carolina Reaper, I think. I mean,
Again.
I don't eat these peppers straight out, but I do eat, like, hot sauce that uses it or something. But, I mean, that's also much less intense than just eating a straight-up pepper. Because hot sauces have other ingredients.
Yeah, it has other ingredients to, like, mellow it out slightly.
I do accidentally sometimes make my food too spicy for my roommate, and then I feel really bad about it.
My current roommate and my last roommate both will be like, oh man, like I put way too much. This is way too spicy for me. Like I can barely eat this.
See, but those are like made by them, right?
And then I'm just like, there's spice?
Like they're the ones cooking it, right?
Yeah.
My problem is I'm the one cooking it, and I'll tend to like cook it at the level of spice that I want.
Yeah.
But then I remember sometimes too late, oh, wait, you're not as good with spicy foods as me. Wait, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can I turn it into a grilled cheese for you? Anyway, so mapo tofu grilled cheese is pretty good, though, actually.
I also love how this range on the Wikipedia page for Scoville, 0 bell pepper,
Yeah.
over 3 million Pepper X.
Alright, anyway.
I'm like, oh yes,
Hey.
Pepper X. Is that a pepper used in the Powerpuff Girl creation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Pepper X is the active ingredient in the original Last Dab sauce.
Oh, I saw in the board game section thing yesterday, there was a Hot Ones, like, truth or dab, and it comes with a hot sauce in the box, apparently. Like, there's nutrition facts on the box of the board game.
Interesting? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of funny.
Hey, Andrelphus. So, I need another favor.
We just need to get the Ace couple on and just do a just chatting stream at this point.
Yeah.
Like, no
Our
game.
streams are already kind of just chatting. It's
Like-
really just that we have a game on in the background for music. And visuals.
Yeah, but like, just chatting, just us sitting here chatting.
I did eventually make it through a
One
whole
route in 5
round.
hours.
That's not that bad. For reading everything out loud, too.
Yeah.
Granted,
We
we
also
also skipped.
We also skipped, and we also spent like an hour and a half to 2 hours sharing stories.
Yeah.
We
Man.
we spent like an entire stream on just stories.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time we were all on mic together, right?
Yeah, yeah, it
So,
was.
You know,
It's
now-
not going to be any easier the second time.
now we're all gonna be on mic together with others for D&D like every week, so maybe fewer.
It's not-
No, not that's
it-
true. There's
it's-
not gonna be
it's-
fewer stories.
No. Like if they come on stream again, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Let's swap stories again.
Then instead of instead of the gnome story, we'll get a hot chili story. It's great.
Aren't we also supposed to get a story about like? There was a story at the end, or something about Courtney dying, or somebody thinking Courtney died. That we're supposed to get at some point.
It's actually just story time with Courtney.
Yeah, exactly.
Since Courtney has so many cool stories.
I don't think I've ever met somebody with so many cool stories before. Let me guess.
Boring lives with boring people.
I am an extremely boring person. I understand that. The grill again.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you, but you already know how it works and all.
What do you have to do this time?
I need to go see a man about a snake.
Doesn't that excuse usually involve a horse?
Oh, damn it. Okay, I'll tell you if you promise not to laugh.
I promise.
I don't know if I should trust you, you big villain all, but here goes. I don't need to go see a man about a snake. I need to go see a man as a snake.
Adam and Eve all over again. What?
You know, the fall of man, Garden of Eden, the snake offering Eve the apple, that was me. The Bible gets the whole story wrong, by the way. I'll tell you about it sometime.
The story you still need to hear is the story of Cincinnati.
All right, Cincinnati.
We need running, notes.
Story like
We need running
notepad.
notes of all the stories that we need to hear.
Of Courtney's.
Stories to ask about. All of them, actually. Just all of them. You want to sit down and tell us your whole life story sometime?
Oh.
Anyway, there's this cult that's losing faith in me, just because I haven't given them an unholy sign in a few hundred years. Weaklings. They're currently having a meeting to discuss reforming their beliefs. So, I'm gonna turn into a big-ass snake and give them a good scare. Maybe eat one or two of them. That should set them back on the right path.
Is it funny, scary, or snack?
How much time you got? Not enough, clearly.
Yeah, with all your stories, I think we'll grow gray hair.
Although I guess we could tie you up for long enough that you can't make new stories because you have to spend too much time with us telling all of your existing stories. It's actually just quiet time.
Funny, scary, or snack?
I think it's pretty funny, but I think we should also say snake. Snacky friend. Wait, I guess we're trying to date them. Snacky date friend.
Snacky seaweed?
Yeah.
Ooh! Can you show me your snake form?
Don't really like to shapeshift in public, because it looks kind of gross. Besides, not having limbs feels weird, so I only do it when I have to. Also, we didn't want to pay the artists for an extra sprite just for this, so sorry.
Same reason I wear my apron everywhere. Okay. Describe it to me then.
Big, green, no limbs? I don't know what to tell you. It's a snake. I'm a snake? I don't even know how to phrase it.
How big? Like anaconda big? Big enough to ride? Basilisk from that one movie that we shouldn't really be talking about big?
Basilisk from the imagination of a turf bag.
Big enough to ride, but not as big as a basilisk, I think.
Wish I could see it.
I'll tell you what, if I ever run into you in my snake form, I'll let you ride me. Does that make you feel better?
Okay, we are not gonna make this even weirder than it is. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, it's a promise. It'll be a bit embarrassing for me, but you'll have fun. It'll be worth it. So, can you watch the grill?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Perfect. I'll be back as soon as I can.
This
Watching
game.
the girl is hectic and a bit stressful, but fun.
This game. Ah.
This game.
Ah. Ah.
Game says various things that we don't always want it to say or do. But this is the last round.
Thanks.
And then we'll play a different game. And hopefully that game will have a slightly less always being weird MC.
Well, it depends on what game we play.
Yeah, it does. Depends on the writers.
Yeah, very much depends on the writers.
Anyway, so if anyone wants to check out a dating sim partially written by an ace writer, play Arcade Spirits. Which
Or play Ace in Space.
Yeah. Arcade Spirits
But yes.
is longer.
But also play Arcade Spirits, and also play Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. And don't spoil it.
Yet.
And don't spoil it for us.
I'm back. Thanks for watching the grill for me. Looks like things went pretty well here.
So, how was it being a snack?
You know, the usual. Limbless, slitheringly smooth, murderous. I do feel a bit weird, though. Maybe one of the cultists I ate was a smoker or something. That stuff's poison.
You need to lie down or something? I can watch the grill again. It's no problem.
Yeah, I'm fine. But I appreciate you asking.
I'm glad he's fine, but it would have been fun to see a glimpse of sleeping Satan. Oh well. Maybe you'll get another chance. So about those dad jokes by MC.
Yes.
Ready?
No.
Okay, we'll ask about the Book of Revelations instead.
So, the Book of Revelations predicts your death. It doesn't.
Yup.
And you're okay with knowing that in the end? You'll lose and wind up dead? He doesn't. ...
Only if you believe what the Bible says.
Does it?
It doesn't literally say that he dies. He's thrown in a pit of burning sulfur with... I can't believe I'm saying this. With every non-believer. Doesn't say anything about death.
Pit of sulfur.
Yes. That's actually where the whole like hellfire comes from, is from the Book of Revelations, book of burnt like sulfur.
So if you believe that hell is already on fire, which I know you have also said is not in the Bible, then
no, it's not in the Bible.
Doesn't he already live in that pit of sulfur?
That's if you believe the Dante's Inferno fanon.
So he's gonna get thrown into his own home.
It's complicated. This is complicated.
Anyway, well, I thought we were already all. Well, when I say all, I mean not you, apparently, I guess. But I'm going to hell, I guess.
Well, according to some Christians, I'm going to hell.
Uh-huh.
Like, it depends on how you view...
You're going to hell because you're not getting married and having tons of babies.
No, that's no. It depends on how you view the requirements for heaven, and it's weird to say that, but different sects of Christianity say that to go to heaven you have to do certain things like baptism.
This checklist.
Yeah, basically.
Make sure that you did these tasks. Side quest has not been completed. Or I guess, is that the main quest?
Yeah, that'd be more like the main quest, yeah.
Main quest.
Yeah.
But I feel like it should be a side quest.
No, the internal side quest is quote-unquote converting everyone.
I hate it. They should ignore it like everyone else.
But no, like some sects say like, oh well, if you're not baptized, you can't go to heaven. Some say that like if you've never taken communion, like there's all these bunch of quote unquote requirements depending on the
Wait,
sect.
Tell me more. Tell me more of the requirements to get into heaven.
I mean, I don't know every sect's requirements. Like if you're like an evangelical, it's basically just believing that Jesus died for your sins, and that's it.
That's the only thing you have to believe.
Yeah, basically.
What if I believed that he died for our sins?
I mean, I say basically it's technically a little more complicated than that because it has, like, there's a whole, like, it's complicated. The whole requirements to get to heaven is complicated. Which is why it's like, y'all are just making stuff up, it seems like. Because it's technically not just believing Jesus died for your sins. There's a whole, like... It's not a prayer, but it's, like, kind of a prayer thing of, like, accepting that and wanting to follow God and stuff like this. Like, that doesn't have, like, a specific wording, but, like... I don't know how to explain it is the problem.
You know, I think it'd be really funny if someday I just coincidentally offer you an apple.
But the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil wasn't an apple.
Yeah, that's why it's just funny. Hey, everyone who likes apples here.
But like some require you to be.
Again? Is it just unspecified?
It's unspecified. It's just the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. It's not, and it's not like some people just say the fruit of good and evil, but it's
spell?
It's like some people say it's the fruit of good and evil, but it's the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil because it's literally gives
the fruit of knowledge.
It's specifically of good and evil.
So it's the bunny spell.
No, because that's detect good and evil. That's not create good and evil.
No, but that gives you the knowledge of good and evil.
That gives you the knowledge of what is good and evil around you.
Yeah.
But, like, you already have a knowledge of what good and evil is as a concept.
Does Sewell?
Let me look up Genesis 3. Hold on.
Alright, we're derailing the stream to talk about me making fun of Christianity again, I guess. As a side note, I don't actually have any problem if anyone is Christian. Sharky's my friend, even if I disagree. As long as your Christianity is respectful of other people.
Yeah.
Big carved out caveat.
Genesis, I'm gonna switch what version it is. Boop, boop, boop. Let's switch what version it is. So it's this version. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, You may surely eat of any tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat it, the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die.
But then he didn't die. God is the lying liar who lies. Just kidding, we already knew that anyway.
Well, if you ask theologians, it's spiritual death, not physical death.
He's still the lying liar who lies.
Because physically Adam lived for like 800 more years, according to the Bible.
Okay.
After he left Eden. Wait, how long did Adam live? Hold on. Is it Genesis 5?
Did you already say the huh?
Huh? Oh yeah, here it is. When Adam had lived 130 years, he fathered a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. the days of Adam after he fathered Seth were 800 years. So he lived 930 years after. He lived 930 years according to the Bible.
In the end, it's just a book written by humans. It gets so many things wrong.
Oh, that is true.
It's the same with the other holy books. Quran, Torah, none of them got everything right. The Book of Revelations is just wishful thinking from people who want me dead.
But you still detest Michael because of the prophecy?
Wait, we didn't do the other angels note yet. What?
Judeo-Christian. Yeah, Judeo-Christian.
With the then asterisk of Judeo-Christian is only kind of a thing. Because it's also just the way that Christianity tries to lump in Judaism with it.
Yep.
To make it seem like, oh, no, we're not the only ones who say this, even though it sometimes frequently is kind of like, no, you are the only ones that are saying this, actually.
Yep. I mean, I wouldn't say it's only because apparently in that letter there was one Jewish organization that signed it.
I had to step away again, or for a moment, but hello again. I think it's...
But it is, it's
like,
a vast...
It is complicated, and there's like... What's that one fucking organization? Jews for Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, there's... Anyway, so religion should just stay the fuck out of politics in general.
Yes, it should.
Part of it, I think, comes from, like, conservatives making that their whole identity.
Yes.
They tie it in with their religion. But if you share some of those conservative viewpoints, then, like, that bleeds into religion, and religion bleeds into the conservatism. It's a mess. And very much the like, well, I agree with these people on these things, so I guess I also agree on these other things.
That's what we got heat first.
Was saying Judeo-Christian. That's what some of the organizations actually call themselves.
And that's the problem, is because you're using the term that they call themselves, but some people are like, but no, you shouldn't be calling them that because of blah, and it's like, we're just using their terms.
Yeah, and it's such, like...
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you do not deserve to get heat for that. Like, if you're just... Yeah. It's... Because I've seen the things also from the Jewish side being like, guys, stop saying Judeo-Christian on this and that, because, like, they're lumping us in, but we don't actually believe these things, and blah, 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 and it, like, makes Judaism look bad, and it's sort of anti-Semitic then, etc., etc. However, the groups themselves call themselves that, and, like, that it's not like there are absolutely no Jewish groups that are bad. Just like there are Christians who are fine, there are Jewish people who have also beliefs that we may not agree with or whatever. Yeah, that was the whole point, was let's listen to exactly what they are saying in their words, because too often we just ignore them. It's...
And it's also, I think, a little... And I'm saying this from the Christian group that I grew up in. So I'm going to be saying it, and it might sound a little not right.
It's again, let's listen to what exactly they're saying. Yeah.
There are, this could also slightly be coming from them trying to lump in the Christian who are Jews as a race rather than who converted from Judaism to Christianity. And so, like, they've kept some of the Jewish practices and they taken the Christian practices and like, like Judeo-Christian, and like then other Christians kind of like also are using that. Like, it's a weird, complicated mess. because of that too.
Yeah. Cultures and stuff don't exist in a silo at this point, and things bleed into each other and kind of cross around each other. And like, I mean, that's the thing is like, so this and that, like Christian holiday is taken from other shit. It's just stolen and repurposed so that they can claim it's Christian now, because they like spread to these lands and they're like, well, you can't do that for these other like deities and stuff, blah blah blah. We're gonna make our own very similar holiday or something. It's Christian now, blah 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 blah. Anyway, happy Easter Bunny.
And like, yes, Judeo-Christian is not the term that people should be using. That's... Try telling Christians anything, honestly. They don't listen.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Could we talk about literally any other book, please?
Alright, let's go to shitty jokes.
Hey, Satan, ask me to do something unreasonable.
Huh?
Yeah, but then progressive, loving Christians like to say, they aren't real Christians.
Yeah, okay, no true Scotsman, we get it.
What?
The no true Scotsman argument.
I not heard that one.
It's a logical fallacy. You should have learned about it in the philosophy. 101
You think they taught us fallacies?
I'm talking about in school, like our university. Wasn't it
You
a
think
prereq
they-
for you?
Which one?
I think it was philosophy 105 or something.
They didn't teach us any fallacies.
Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Anyway, there's various like logical fallacies and stuff. I think
I've heard of
straw man and stuff, right?
I've heard of a few of them, like straw man and stuff, but like
Straw
I've
man,
never heard of that one.
homonym, red herring, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the no true Scotsman fallacy is to basically say, well, that doesn't count because, as like, oh, well,
Okay.
that's not valid because they're not truly X whatever thing. Because if they were, like, they wouldn't be that way. It's like, well, they are, though. So...
And that's...
It's like, oh, you can't blame Christianity for XYZ because they're not true Christians. And it's like, yeah, okay, let's just set aside that point because ultimately we still have a problem.
We still have a problem, and they're repping Christianity as their banner, and
So
it doesn't matter if they're true Christians or not. They're using that as a bludgeon to attack other people, and that is not okay.
But yeah, that's the no true Scotsman fallacy, is
Okay.
to basically be like, well, they're not really X.
Okay.
It's like, oh, they did something bad, but they're not really part of this group, so you can't like, well, say that's
You can't blame
fallacy.
It's a few bad apples.
Why?
Come on, just do it.
Okay. Here goes. Could donate 1 million gold coins to an orphanage.
Not today, Satan.
You expected him to laugh, or at least groan at your bad joke, but Satan seems genuinely annoyed.
Why is it always not today, Satan?
Sorry, local Christian angry at other Christians.
Thanks, Resident Christian, who gave me the Satan moniker.
I still find it funny when you're like, I have a Bible question. I need to ask the resident Christian.
Look, if I have to look it up myself, then I have to look at shit written by like other Christians and stuff. And then I have to parse through
Bible verses.
that, and yeah, I want to do my research for funsies stuff, but like I also don't actually care that much about Christianity. Once again, I'm not, like, I didn't even give myself the Satan name. It came from you, and I was just kind of like, yep, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
It'd be nice to hear yes today, Satan, once in a while.
You want me to go donate money to an orphanage? Wow, and you're supposed to be the root of all evil.
Come on, you know what I mean.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
It gets tiring to always be told no. I mean, what's so bad about welcoming Satan into your heart?
I wouldn't mind. I think bad is the key word here, or maybe you need to try harder.
Question mark?
I guess the top one sounds the most flirty.
I mean, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know how flirting works.
Or like, objectively, it seems like it's probably intended to be the most flirty.
Yes, objectively, which one sounds the flirtiest?
Yeah. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean I don't understand what's happening. Sometimes. Sometimes I don't, actually.
I don't understand anything. You're welcome in my heart anytime.
Jeez, how corny can you get?
Well, what can I say? I love corn.
You know, there's this anime where... Oh, never mind. Bad joke.
What?
I don't know. We've gotten this line before.
I think we have. I still don't
And
remember.
And I think we said the top one. I don't remember, though.
You want to read it?
What anime?
Satan laughs a bit nervously.
It's not really something I can talk about in a professional setting.
What? Alright, let's ask about favorite books.
What is your favorite book?
Don't you dare say it.
Is it the Satanic Bible?
Do you know how many times I've heard that joke?
Okay, sorry. I really do want to know what kind of books you like.
Well, I do have a few favorites.
Alright, everybody put your favorite book in chat.
What if you don't have a favorite book?
You just put something. Give me the anime, Satan. I don't know it either. I'm sorry.
What is my favorite book? What is your favorite book?
Hang on, let me pull up my Goodreads account real quick. Let's see. What books have I rated 5?
Shouldn't you know your favorite book?
Nope. Right, I mean, let's see. This one took me like 2.5 years to read. That's
Is it your
probably my
favorite?
then? No, 'cause
Why?
I put it down for like a year.
Then why would it be your favorite?
I don't know. It's good. Oh, I like this poetry book a lot. It's called Teaching My Mother How to Give Birth. It's like a mini book, though. It's very small. It's like 30-something pages. It's a very small book in the first place, because it's poetry.
We don't really do favorites. Same. I love when people are like, what, like, they ask me, what's your favorite game? And I'm like,
I feel like it's sort of the, like, one of my favorites is X or something.
But like
It's
you
hard
can have
to say,
multiple
like,
favorite
this is my
books.
Favorite.
They're favorites for different reasons.
Yeah.
What a book I really, really liked was
Well,
The
everybody
Alchemist.
put your book Rex in the chat.
One book I really liked was The Alchemist. It was I read it for extra credit in 10th grade English, and it's a book I actually sat down and reread like 2 or 3 more times. Like, I really liked it. I should reread it again. I think I have a copy. And if I don't, I should buy a copy.
That'd be good.
It's a tiny book. It's... How many pages is it even? I think it's like 100 something.
Yeah, I think there was a different book called The Alchemist that I actually, like, had to go back and, find on my shelf.
Oh?
Let's see.
197 pages. But it felt tiny.
That one's by...
I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Paulo...
Yeah, that's the famous one, right? Hey,
Sure.
This says it's 175 pages.
I was looking off of Amazon. Amazon said that, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know where this gets its info from.
But no,
Probably
I read
some website.
I read it, and it was a very, very good book. I really liked it.
And like, where's the one I read as a kid? It's by someone else. It's a completely different story.
I recently finished reading a book called The Facemaker by a friend of mine, Lindsay Fitzharris. It was great. Ooh. Nice. I'm trying to think of other... I mean, I'm the type where I'm like, yes, I really enjoy fantasy books.
I used to like those more as a kid. I like them sometimes now. But, like, not...
Gotta get a library card. I only moved to the city 2 years ago. I remember in high school there was a trilogy of books that I read from an author who I think made them in like the 80s or something like that. But then like there's like more books in that series, but like it was the first 3 that came out. And I remember getting it out from the local library a few times, mainly because I wanted to reread the books. And it was one book that had the entire trilogy, and it was like 1,100 pages.
Oh.
Because it's all 3 books in one, and I'm like, yes, I love this trilogy. This whole series is like it's post-apocalyptic fantasy.
All right, I think I have another stack of books to send you.
Oh, really?
I think I might have. I don't know.
The last one you sent me, I hated that one. I hated that one.
Look, I don't vet the quality. I just grabbed
Yeah, I know. I was so excited for that book.
the books were free, and I grabbed them, and then I sent them.
It had a really good premise.
Was it
until the
was it
romance
paperback,
came in.
or was it hardcover?
I think it was paperback.
Oh, well, you probably can't donate it then. Rip, sorry. We took turns reading the Mistborn series aloud to one another, and those were quite good. That always gets such high praise.
I hear it's a very good series. I don't know anything about it. I literally don't know anything about it.
That one's the one by Bryan Sanderson, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
It is wildly popular. Yeah, a lot of people love that one. And Sando in general.
I've heard it's very good. Like, I've heard it's good. I know nothing about it other than is good and name. Wait, let me go grab the book that I'm talking about that I hated, just so that I remember the name.
So that you remember that you hated it.
Exactly. Hold on.
I'll read my line in the meantime, I guess.
Even though I hate it when people make stupid jokes about it, I actually don't hate the Satanic Bible. It's an interesting book, and like I've probably mentioned, the 11 Satanic Rules of the Earth are fun. Frantically adding these to my reading list.
Oh, right now I'm reading the series of unfortunate events in Swedish. Nice. Yeah, I have a lot of books that I need to get through. And I have a lot of books that I don't own that I wanted to read. And I recently got a copy of Ace by Angela Chen, but I haven't actually read it yet, but I'm excited for it when I do read it. And here's me also marking down what books these are. Oh. Facemaker. One surgeon's battle to mend the disfigured soldiers in World War I. Wow. That's super cool. We also read Name of the Wind together, but we loathed it. Yeah.
Series of Unfortunate Events. I need to reread that. Also, it is hardback.
Great, you can donate it. You can just get rid of it somewhere.
Good.
The thing with the paperback ones is that I think they're specifically marked as advanced copies. So
yeah, because the other one you gave me was paperback.
Mm-hmm. And so
which is why I'm like, I think
you're not allowed to get rid of it.
That's why I was like, I think it was paperback because I remembered one of them was paperback. But yeah, the book was called Stormrise, and I hated it. Mainly because it had a really cool plot, and then they shoehorned in that romance.
Yeah.
Where they shoehorned in a romance of the main character falling in love with sister's fiance. And I'm like, this is ruining it. This is ruining it.
I need to actually properly read through the rest of Little Women, because I never finished it, but I know that there's, like, apparently a romance added in at the end, but it also has a reference to the main character being told specifically, like, oh, as a female writer, like, you need to have a romance in here. And I don't know if it was sort of like a tongue-in-cheek, like, okay, I'll add the romance, but I'm also going to call you guys out on this in there, where, because I think it was speculated that the author herself was either like lesbian or ace or something, where she herself also never like married or anything, never seemed to have any interest in marriage. If anyone enjoys some nonfiction, I always like recommending The Poisoner's Handbook. Ooh.
Interesting. Name of the Wind but loathed it? Interesting. I've never heard of that one.
I'm like, this is so dangerous. I already have over 100 books that I own and have not read yet. Oh wait, there's multiple Poisoner's Handbook. Deborah Blum or Maxwell Hutchinson?
What is the Iron Widow?
Oh, the Iron Widow?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, okay, so I will say about Iron Widow, because I read it, and it has some really, okay, so, I don't know if you saw when the live-action Mulan came out, they actually did, like, a live tweet thread of everything that got wrong about like historical China and stuff. I think I sent it to you.
You sent it to me, and I remember reading it.
So that person wrote this book, Iron Widow. They were already working on it. They themselves are non-binary, I believe, and they wrote this character who is like sort of has like a crippling disability thing due to feet binding, and it like covers a bunch of things, but essentially it's like mecha sci-fi crossed with historical Chinese fiction, I guess.
Interesting. Okay.
The one thing is, I do enjoy their YouTube videos and like
their tweets and stuff, but to me, the writing came across pretty immature at times. Like MC, and I'll, preface with like, okay, the main character is like 16 or something. She doesn't have to be like the most mature character ever. But I got the sense that the way she was written was not meant to actually paint her as immature as she actually came across to me. I think it's still like a fun read. I do think that it got undue hate in part because there is also a like queer poly couple, which is incredible as well. Just for the fact that
Name of the Wind started really promising, but quickly turned into horny Bart chooses one wish fulfillment fantasy.
One wish fulfillment. I'm sorry.
Refused to read the second book, even though we bought them both simultaneously. Oof.
Yeah, Iron Widow has a lot of like good topics that it touches on, and like great representation stuff that doesn't usually get represented. But I do think that it was sort of like almost like the girl power feminist wish fulfillment. I'm gonna smash the patriarchy very literally, but in this very like not particularly mature way. And I think part of it is that like not that the authors themselves particularly immature, but that they're, in the YouTube videos and stuff too, they don't always seem the most mature either. And so I feel like some of those topics don't exactly get the right kind of depth. But it is a fun book to read. So, I mean, I would still recommend, like, if you're interested in it, read it.
I need to read more books.
Did I read that one?
Which one?
Iron Widow.
I thought you just said you read it.
No, but did I rate it?
Oh, rate it. Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but it was enjoyable to read, and it's a pretty fast read, I would say. So, I mean, yeah, like, enjoy it. I just think that I had higher expectations on the writing and stuff. Most of my reading these days is journal articles, which can be less than fun, so having an enjoyable read is always good. Look up Patrick Rothfuss, Men Writing Women, if you want examples for why we don't recommend those books. Oh no!
Wait, what?
Oh no. I don't know if I've seen from that specific author, but Men Writing Women in general, as posted on the internet, is always just like, why? There was also a book that I was like interested in reading that I picked up among the free pile stuff, and I'd been sort of excited for it, and I got about one chapter in, and I was just like, this is supposed to be from the perspective of like this female detective, but you are spending way too much time describing like the body and clothes of every single female character that walks in, and it is painful. And then I stopped after like one chapter, and I was like, yep, this is not good, and I am not reading any further into this.
Yeah, nope. Just nope to that.
Yeah. What was the title of that one? I don't remember. It had an interesting looking cover and an interesting sounding synopsis, and then I got a little bit in, and I was like, actually, I hate this though.
I think I started the other book you sent me. Like, I got like a few pages in, and I'm like, this, like, for some odd reason, like, this isn't clicking with me. Like,
that's fair.
And like, it was just like, there was just something about it where I couldn't focus on the book, and I don't know if it was like where I was reading it or just the contents of the book itself, but I'm just like, I can't do this book right now, and I never picked it up again.
Each woman is like an instrument waiting to be learned, loved, and finally played to at last, or to have at last, her own true music made. Ew. Yeah, oh god. Nah.
No. Just no.
I like that our little group has basically no plan for any kind of... Yeah. I assume that Sewell's attempts at flirting with demons is going to be about the limit of it at our table.
And you're probably going to get stabbed more often than not.
Just because Sewell got clawed in the face doesn't mean it wasn't true love, okay?
Yes, it does!
As far as Sewell understands, that was true love. And that's why they were in a much more happy, excited mood for the entire session yesterday.
I'm not sure what other books, like, I really like.
Stab equals flirting, Sharky. What's not clicking?
Yes.
The flirting is not clicking, I think, right?
I don't understand flirting.
Yeah, so you can't actually disagree that stabbing is flirting, right?
It doesn't help that, like, when people say flirting's happened, I'm just like, but, like, when I've told you, and I think I've mentioned this sometime, where somebody asked me about, like, a math quiz, and my ex was like, she was flirting with you. I'm like, wait, what?
Yep, I wooed Bryce with all my glittery true flags. The funny thing is, when
that
I
wouldn't
had
surprise
Sewell
me.
run in and just like gush with compliments, I wasn't actually intending for them to flirt with the demon, but it got called flirting, and I was like, you know what? Okay, sure. Yep, this is flirting now. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think my idea of flirting got skewed so much I can't recognize anything. 404, flirting not found.
Yeah.
Huh. That does kind of ruin the joke. What about fiction? Fantasy or sci-fi?
I really enjoyed Good Omens. It's not realistic at all, mind you, but I think that's why I like it. I think the author understood the paradoxical nature of a demon-angel relationship, so I really enjoyed reading about Aziraphale and Crowley.
Is that it?
I do have one more favorite, but it's a bit embarrassing. Not very fitting for the King of Hell.
Ah, yes, the old demon of flirt.
Hurt and flirt. Ah, the old demon hurt and flirt.
Yeah.
Got a shade in an old-timey voice.
Sorry, I don't have an old-timey voice.
Well, you gotta make one. For the old demon hurt and flirt.
I only have the Francine voice. That's just an old voice, though. I don't think it's very old-timey.
Stop making me laugh.
I don't know why you laughed at that.
Because you're funny.
That wasn't even that funny.
You are funny.
This was worth the comment. Thank you for that.
Which one, the Francine or mine?
Definitely Sharky's.
No.
Yeah, it was fun.
No.
Besides, given that it was about the comment, which you read in that voice, it was clearly about you.
No compliments to me ever, please. And thank you.
Alright, chat, flood with comments about Sharky. Let's go.
No! Yes! No!
Yes, flood with comments and compliments. Yeah.
You have to tell me now.
But, like, only for Sharky. Only compliments for Sharky.
No. Multiple compliments from Satan.
Well, it's Matilda.
The children's book by Roald Dahl?
Yeah, I really like the main character. She's smart, cunning, and good at evil schemes.
I've only seen the movie.
I don't think I've read or watched it.
I've seen the movie so many times because it aired on TV so often. The movie's good.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Sharky, you always make my days a little bit sillier and happier, and I'm quite grateful for that.
You
Oh, wow,
skipped
that's-
2 words. You skipped 2 words.
Did I?
You
What?
you should read it exactly how Magic put it.
No, parentheses aren't to be read.
Yes, they are.
Nope.
Super gluing a hat to her dad's head is a great scheme for a kid.
I also like how at the end she leaves her idiotic family behind and moves in with Miss Honey. It's amazing how the two of them feel more like a family than Matilda and her real family.
Found family. I love the found family trope. Mantha, why do you ignore my words?
You
Mantha!
put them in parentheses. I'm not supposed to read out things in parentheses.
We're equal opportunity complimenters. Thank you very much. You're both fantastic. You're both fantastic.
Fantastique?
Fantastic.
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 Just a stick of orange soda. You know what?
Who knows?
That's actually Lupin's cane that he spurts like gas and stuff out of. Is just a cane I made out of Fanta.
Who loves orange soda? I think I understand why you like this book so much. I have another question.
Satan sighs deeply.
Are you gonna read this next comment?
You think you can still get away with a few more questions?
I think it's your turn to read the entire whole compliment.
Sharky and Satan! You always make my days a little bit sillier and happier, and I'm grateful for that.
Hey, look, it's a compliment for you.
And Satan!
Hit me.
With your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
That just makes me think of Birds of Prey.
Was that song in Birds of Prey?
There's a cover of it, I think.
Oh. I don't remember. I
I think it
literally...
was during... Was it as they're leaving the carnival place? Probably something like that. I don't know. I should rewatch that movie again for like the 6th time.
For like the 25th time.
Well, because I had the season pass thing, so I watched it several times in theaters, and then I also got it digitally for a copy so that I can watch it even more. And I think the last time we watched it, I specifically made sure to order Szechuan food so that I could have spicy Chinese food with it as I watched.
I own a copy of it. You were an angel. I haven't heard of angels being able to create life or recycle or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, so now they're addressing.
Did you gain that skill once you were in hell?
You're gonna have to do some serious exposure therapy to work on your own version of compliments.
I don't know how to take... If anybody says anything slightly nice about me, I wince in pain. You are causing me great pain by saying these things.
Pain.
Practically, yes, though who knows? Maybe I had it all along, but as God's follower, I never even thought of trying.
Are you saying you want to cause me pain and suffering?
I mean, Isn't that what you accused me of causing you anyway?
No, I've never caused you that. Whatever the word you used, because I already forget it. Accused you of that.
You've never accused me of pain and suffering upon you.
No.
Alright, who wants to go through all of our VODs? Because I'm pretty sure somewhere in there was. Or maybe just in our conversations, I don't know. Somewhere.
Yeah. Oh wait, we're complimenting our favorite streamers?
Your favorites who are not us, right?
Next D&D session, Demon is going to tie you up and compliment you to death. Oh no, Soul's going to be into that.
See, then it's not complimenting us. It's just complimenting our characters. That's fine.
Complimenting favorite streamers. Oh, what, who's your favorite streamer and what's nice about them? Because it can't be us.
Is it Mick? I bet
Mick's a great streamer.
Mick's a great streamer. Mick's super cool. Yeah.
Mick's amazing. Did you have your fire magic when you were an angel?
Yeah, I guess that's why they named me Lucifer, the Lightbringer.
So they could have called you Match or Flamethrower?
I guess my family did do something to be thankful for. I'd have much less credibility if I was called Torch.
Did the other angels have special skills?
Yeah, most of them did.
What were they like?
Who do you want to hear about?
Raphael, because in Obey Me, he's kind of dumb and lacking in common sense, but also, like, somehow has more sense than some of the other characters.
Oh, see, I was thinking of the Ninja Turtle.
The psychic damage shall go right through the characters and hit the player.
That's some powerful psychic damage. I still haven't used any of my spells that cause psychic damage because I have two or three spells that cause psychic damage.
Raphael.
So, what are we gonna learn about the Ninja Turtle?
Raphael is the Archangel of Healing and Restoration, and being a Ninja Turtle. He's got a beautiful singing voice, so I liked hanging out with him. I think I liked him the best out of all the Archangels.
Wait, is that like just a canonical biblical thing? That he's a good singer or something?
Biblical? No.
Where does that come from?
No idea.
Amy also mentions that Raphael has a beautiful singing voice, so I feel like it must be a reference to something that I'm not catching.
I mean, it's probably a reference to something, but like, out of the Bible that Christianity uses, the names aren't even there. So...
If you ever have to fight the Archangels, you should probably focus on taking him down first. Him being the healer and all.
There's only one stream I've been following for several years. So definitely you guys. Always come back to you guys. Very entertaining.
What? Who's the stream that you've been following for several years? This is definitely not us.
Mick is amazing, full agree, but so is Satan. And Sharky is also amazing, just like Satan. Malik does make many good points.
You know, I feel like the best part of all the tangents on this route is actually just that I enjoy the music for this, these conversations with Satan. The only stream I subscribed to for every year. Oh no! Thanks! We're honored! Oh no! Oh
I'm
no,
on
the stream babies!
I'm on Wikipedia and I typed the word sing. And nothing popped up. Oh man, yes, there's been many Twitch babies. There's been 2 Twitch babies. You seem to be very, you seem to think very highly of my combat skills. And the fact that we're the only stream you've been following for several years terrifies me.
Yes.
The fact that
the fact that we've been doing this for multiple years terrifies me.
The fact that people still show up terrifies me. Sorry, I have a problem with like people noticing my existence.
My God, Jai's still listening. Left. Okay, have a safe drive, my life.
Yes, have a safe drive. And being center stage and like feeling like all eyes are on me. Yeah, I have a problem with that.
See, I'm okay with like performance stuff having attention.
See, I was fine in like plays because I'm like, no, I'm just acting as this character. So like, there's like a level of like brain blocking it out, but like here, I'm just me.
Yeah.
I mean, you two and Mick were the reasons we even set up a Twitch channel. So
Mick is an excellent reason to set up a Twitch channel.
Mick is an excellent reason to set up a Twitch channel. That is true.
With cute emotes, like the little ace flag.
Yes.
The little animated ace flag, yeah.
Yes, that's a very good ace flag. Which angel do you feel most strongly about?
Is there any point in asking? It's obviously Michael.
Why?
Well,
in the Book of Revelations, he's the one who kills me. And on that note,
Peace.
leave.
What were you about to say?
I said peace!
Yeah, we were definitely supposed to do that conversation before we did the other one, but then we didn't. Whoops.
And then we didn't.
See you around.
Alright, let's just go back. Any new topics? No. I guess we'll go listen to some more talks. Fake redemption. Okay. Nope, nothing.
That might be the end of the conversations today.
Probably. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll finish off the day. We'll start off the nightclub part for next time. And if we really try, and if we're allowed to skip a lot and don't have too many scenes, we might
could finish next time, and we could finish the game. We could actually finish a game.
Whoa. Alright.
I mean,
Close.
six pages.
Yeah. The fact that we're on page 6, I was like, oh, we better pick it up, because I don't want to run out of save slots.
Save page 27,586.
Oh, wait, it keeps going. I guess you can just keep saving forever.
That doesn't sound
Let
real.
you click anymore.
I mean, we have actually been.
We have finished.
We have finished games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in full.
In 3.5 years.
And a handful of routes from other games.
Thanks for the fun stream. Always fun to watch. / listen to you guys. Do not lie to us, Magic.
I feel like we spent far too much time talking about Christianity and ranting about stuff.
Sorry.
To call
I'm
that
sorry.
always a fun stream.
I'm sorry. I'm ranting about
Well, I mean,
Christianity. I try not to.
It's the line between fun and interesting. It's interesting, but I don't know that I'd call it fun.
I'm sorry.
At
I
least for
try
everyone
not.
else.
I try not to rant about Christianity. I try.
I mean, you should rant about Christianity. It's just like stuff like, if I start going on a tangent about racism and stuff, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I also would not call it fun.
It was a rough day. You all made it a little bit better.
Oh, I'm glad at least. I'm glad
I
you
hope-
made it better.
I hope all y'all's days get a bit better.
I think I missed that rant. That's a call from a parent. Yeah. But,
I mean,
yeah.
that's fine. Nobody needs to hear me rant. Nobody should want to hear me
I look
rant.
forward to hearing the Sharky Christianity rant on the Ace Couple podcast. Whenever it goes up. I'll even actually listen to that one.
No, don't listen to it. You shouldn't be hearing me.
Yeah, I'll go back to listening for one only instead of the transcript, just for you.
You're mean.
I'll play it on every single platform that I can, which is probably only Spotify and YouTube, just to boost the numbers and popularity on it. Wow.
You are a meanie.
Correct. Okay, thanks. Bye, everyone.
Ah!